Some of the footage was shot more than 2 years previously and is cleverly blended in with the new material. Five and a half thousand tons of sand, cement, and tar. 250,000 feet of timber. 6,000 cubic yards of concrete. 500,000 feet of scaffolding. 66,000 sheets of plywood. 10,000 square feet of glass helped to make up the $4 million spent on building New York's 42nd Street in England.
The whole street was built in Pinewood. Obviously, it was impossible to shoot in real Manhattan, which, of course, is metropolis, as we all know. But you can't have people throwing buses at each other in the middle of the street where pedestrians are. I mean, it's impossible. So we had to build it.
The designers had to create not only the real street, but 2 identical models as well. Using photographs taken from every conceivable angle, they remodeled skyscrapers that only needed to be high enough to fill the Panavision camera's lens.
Is that all right?
The whole operation took 160 craftsmen 16 weeks. At the end of the street, they managed to save some money by painting a backdrop. This white line will never be seen in the film, but the artist just wanted to make it look perfect. The 30 lampposts had to be real.
Oh, I can see you.
But where there was a danger of a building or a shop coming under the camera's scrutiny, everything was fully recreated, down to the most minute detail. Just like the main street in countless westerns, this was to be the location of the major showdown between the good guy and the bad guys. But unlike countless westerns, here they're going to use more than bullets.
Here, take the end of this.
I actually lifted the bus up, and of course that enormous bus with 40 people in it has got a chain on it, and it's on a crane. That's how they do it. And it's hauled up, and as I lift it up, obviously the crane lifts the crane lifts the chain, which lifts the bus. And the chain actually moved a fraction of an inch. There was a little bit of settlement, right? So, of course, I went on holding the bus. Instead of just relaxing my arms, I went on holding it because I was Superwoman. I was a Superwoman for that minute. And afterwards, of course, I tore all these muscles here. Richard said, why did you go on holding it? And I said, well, for that split second, you do believe that you have sort of extra strength.
Push their hands up if they can.
Yeah,
rather than
but
drop
instead of pushing, if you push that way from on action, instead of doing all that, 3, 2, 1, go. An inch to your right. Bit more. There. Down a bit with your hand, Sarah. There. Good. And 3, 2, 1, go!
Having shot the bus sequence on the life-size street, they did so again on the model unit, just for that split-second shot that would add an extra dimension of danger to the action. Once again, every minute detail had to look real and exactly mirror the exterior set.
A little bit to the left. Yes, to kill the crack under the... And that seems to have the right time, too.
Can we put them all in now? Put them all in, Frank! Turn over. Uncover. Uncover again. Action! Cover up. Cut. He stopped it that time.
Oh, it's terrific. This little guy's going to take over for me in part 3. I'm not coming in. He's doing the whole thing. Cute. I think it's incredible. Because this is exactly the way it was. Absolutely exactly, right down to the letter. Even the window dressing in there.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's doll's house, I'm sure.
Yeah, that place is great. When we had on the back lot, we all went in there trying to buy steak sandwiches and stuff. That's tremendous.
I'll draw his fire. Some of my own.
The explosions look real, and that's because they are real. Colin Chilvers and his special effects team have filled the cars with an explosive chemical called naphthalene, preparing each car for the exact way it will blow up.
These cars have been prepared with the doors to go off, the bonnets and the trunk to come up, and big balls of flame. Because we've got lots of people around, we can't make it dangerous, and we've got to make sure there's no bits that fly or anyone gets hurt.
Once one got onto the street, I found that it was very much like ordinary filmmaking, because although the effects in that street were more like ordinary action filming. For example, there's a whole sequence where the villains use their super breath to create a kind of tornado that sweeps people down the streets. Once you know how to do that specific effect with one stuntman, it's very easy to ad-lib, and in fact in a period of 3 nights we ad-libbed that whole sequence, and it wasn't something that had to be written out in advance. It was, and therefore for me it was a delight. It was a joy to be able to go up and invent gags on the spot.
A team of hundreds of crew and extras worked night after night in near-zero November temperatures to shoot and reshoot every aspect and angle of the chaos caused by the tornado from Krypton. The end product wasn't just a stunning piece of cinema magic. It was an example of the dedication of everyone, from stars and director down to tea ladies and carpenters, that has put the Superman films in a class of their own.
We can all say on Superman, really, that there was not one place where it didn't go well. It goes someplace better, someplace much better, but it's always done very well all over, wherever it went.
I think I don't know if he exists. I think he should exist.
I don't think he could have made this movie in the 60s. Now, I feel, I may be wrong, but I feel a sort of a new kind of loyalty in America. I mean, a new sort of perhaps patriotism where we feel it's not a bad thing. It's not embarrassing. It's not bad to say, okay, for our country sort of thing. And I never thought of Superman as a piece of American propaganda. I don't think him as being particularly American. He's just happened to land up in America. He might have landed in Russia, for God's sake. He might have landed in Alaska or Tibet. It doesn't matter. But to be able, in a movie, unabashedly have a leading figure come out and say that he's loyal to something and has an allegiance, that we can dare to put the ending on the film that we have, where Superman returns the American flag back to the White House. I mean, 5 years ago, I don't think we would have been caught dead doing that kind of thing. Good afternoon, Mr. President. Sorry I've been away so long. I won't let you down again.